Hello. As you continue with your studies in constitutional law and prepare for ETMA 1, I have a few thoughts that you might find useful. We have an unwritten constitution in this country, but almost all other countries have a single document, often supplemented by other documents, that set out the structure and rules relating to the institutions that make up, in its widest sense, government. It's worth looking at other constitutions and thinking about what you've read about our own. Then writing your own. Reflect on what institutions you would have, what rules you would put in place to reduce the risk of the abuse of power, and how you would sanction the breaking of rules. What specific circumstances should you make provision for? War, civil unrest, an inconclusive or challenged election? In summary, what are the institutions you would create? What rules would you have to govern behaviour? How are disputes to be resolved? And how would you sanction breaches of the rules? For ETMA 01, just a few comments. Do look at the marking criteria. They're on pages 7 to 13 of the pink sheets in the module guide, and I have to mark to those criteria. So, before you submit, ensure that you've satisfied yourself that your work meets the criteria for the mark you want. The key is to move beyond description and to focus on critical evaluation of the views expressed in the arguments at the heart of the question. So don't just describe what flexible and rigid mean, explain and give examples. What are the characteristics of each type? But most of all, discuss the validity of those terms. In what ways are some constitutions rigid or flexible? Does that mean that the constitutional rules change less over time in a formally rigid system? Show originality. Everybody can use examples from the manuals, but I'm most impressed by people who have thought more widely and applied the principles to different examples. So don't restrict yourself to cases and examples in the manual. Could you apply those principles to current events? And at the moment, the UK, the United States and France have got lots of examples that could be used to illustrate these points. Use case law and statutes and be sure to demonstrate how they apply to the argument you are either making or refuting. And again, make sure that it is a balanced argument. As the marking band's description set out, accuracy, relevance, and critical evaluation are the keys to success. Thank you.